So I got back from a run and I'm feeling a lot better about everything. And, just kind of be patient. Wait. This is the start of year 3. It's kind of wild that we're here. I'm kind of embarrassed that it took me this long to kind of figure this out. But I was still working in the same industry, still dating the same type of people because I didn't change. I did. I became a little bit more mature, but I had these snaps, and there was this like lackadaisical way about things, and there was an attitude of like good enough, it's done. Now let me go do something else half-assed. During those 2 years, it really kind of isolated me. Not really kind of. It definitely did. It definitely isolated me a whole lot. And there's a lot to unpack there. I went ahead and did a complete gear shift, career change, and I am hanging around the people that I want to hang around, not not the other way around. I'm not taking whatever somebody offers me. It's kind of wild, but I used to, pick partners by, what was there to me, and like what could I reasonably get, and then once I had one, I stopped searching, or I never really considered the possibility of not, I don't have to pick somebody. But that always kind of put me in like these ill-fated relationships where eventually I either relapse or, they leave and then I relapse. Either way, that's how it kind of like goes. So, I'm digging in, trying to find, me, kind of what works for me, and holding hard boundaries on that. Towards the end of year 2, I had said when I was dating my last partner at the time of recording this, that was my last shot. After that, I was going to give up. And I found myself asking, what am I giving up? Like, really? So, I had to list out those qualities. The things that have kind of been nagging at me have been like, I still have the paperwork from my 4th and 5th step. And I went back and I looked through them and I started marking off those fears, resentments, and people I've harmed. And I don't have much left to fix. So we're going to clear that shit out, get rid of the old me, every vestige of it. It's like having a house with like mold in it and just like cleaning the area that had the mold present. Like the shit runs deep. Whole thing was infested. So we're gutting it, we're rebuilding it, and we're moving forward. Onwards to year 3. If you were watching Legend of Korra, change. See ya. Is that? Okay. I expected a orange light. So I got to looking at it and everything and talk about serendipitous. So the new job will start either like 4 days before or the day before what would have been my 2-year anniversary of being sober, but 2 years of actually trying this shit and challenging my my viewpoints and how I do things. Today I was kind of hit with a wave of sadness, like once again, this is how I use it, but like I've lost the game of life, but how bad do I want to lose? Like imagine you're in a basketball game and it's like 89-0 and it's halftime and you're going in and it's one of those, do you just forfeit? Or like do you try and at least make it a little bit of a game? Practice, figure shit out. I don't know. Like do you put in effort? And I was trying to think about like what really triggered that, and I know what it is. I finally kind of made amends to my sister, and I'm on speaking terms with her, and that was something I did not think was going to happen. I honestly didn't. Sorry, I teared up a little bit. So, I don't know. I have a new sense of purpose into doing and how to do things. Like I've talked about before, I'm changing my verbiage that I use. Like, I will instead of I can. I'm trying to be less judgmental on things. I mean, like even here recently, there have been like several, I don't want to say shitty comments, but they definitely made me feel some type of way. And my first instinct was to like throw shade back at them and, do a tit for tat. And I bit my tongue. I didn't say anything. And it really kind of bothered me. I had to stay quiet and not immediately let that out. I haven't even vented until now. So that's a whole new thing. I don't know. There's some changes going around right now, and every bit of me wants to just sit there and like chicken shit and go back to, the way things were. Try in some way to get my ex-partner back, and then when that doesn't work, go to rehab and torch my life and start completely over. But I don't have to do that. I've got a really good thing coming my way, and if I'm just patient for like a month, I'll have more options. I'll have a lot more options and a better, I'll be in a better spot. It's hard because I know that is right around the corner, but I want it now. And I don't have it now. So my brain's trying to make me, panic. But it's going to be all right. It'll be okay. Anyways, I had to get that off my chest. Outside of that, I'm putting together a loose schedule of kind of how I want my day to look so that nothing falls through the cracks and I am taking care of me. I've decided I'm going to go back to AA despite my grievances on a lot of things. I've decided I'm not going to redo the steps. I know what my problem is. I don't need to jump through hoops to find out what I already know. I can help people now, and so I'm going to help people now. Tough shit. And plus, I still have the paperwork from my 4th and 5th step, so I've got the answers. There's no reason to rehash this and take up more of everybody's time. That's incredibly selfish on me to want to do that. So that's kind of the general plan. From there, we're going to kind of live life, and I'm going to take you guys with it. I've been wanting to figure out how to share kind of what I know without being an authoritative figure, because if I don't respect me, nobody else can. And I think I have figured out a way to do that. I hope you guys join me in it, and we'll just kind of go from there. Bye. So it is the start, or getting ready to be the start of year 3, month 1. And a lot of things have really been changing in the past month. If you haven't seen that video, I highly suggest that you go watch, month 24. I'm running again. I'm starting to get out there and be more social and more involved in things. I'm still going through a little bit of pangs and sadness, but it's definitely manageable, and it gets easier every day. Usually I craft, or I dive into that, or some video games to kind of cope with things. But this time around, I'm running, and I have a bunch of different tools now, and I'm trying to get involved in a runners group, so I have people to run with and to be social with, because running is very much a singular sport if you want it to be. And I struggle to even call it a sport, but it is what it is. I am starting the process to kind of, put my life in an arrangement that suits me. As it was, I was doing life on life's terms, which is great. And AA's teachings on it is great, but I've noticed that I have started to misconstrue life on life's terms with the concept of just being reactive. And I was just reacting to life for the past 2 years on things. You know, this person wants to date me. Okay, I'm going to go with it for a bit. Okay, this job wants me to work it. I'm going to go with it for a bit. These people want to talk to me. I'm going to go with it for a bit. And I never really kind of, I don't know, nurtured a lot of those relationships. The ones that I did, I shouldn't have been. My priorities were all kind of misconstrued on things. But yeah, that's about it. If you guys don't know, I do have a gaming channel where I just play games that I used to try and beat when I was in active addiction. You know, that it's really fun for me. If you want to see somebody who has absolutely zero talent in video games play and get owned and eventually win, check it out. If you like some of this stuff or kind of like what I'm producing and doing, then, you know, go ahead and like, subscribe, do all that good shit. But outside of that, let's get into the month. Is it doing its thing? No. Oh, wait. Yeah, it is. Okay. So tomorrow I go back. And just like a lot has changed in the past month, a lot has changed in the past week on things. Especially the last 2 weeks, to be honest with you. 2 weeks ago, I was completely broken. I was wallowing over stuff that I didn't really want. I was, you know, just overall sad. I had given up on wanting to go back to my home area, or the area I call home. I was very, very defeated. And then I got offered the position. I went with it. I'm going back down to do it. I started reaching out to people in the comic book store that I hang around, and they were more than welcoming to have me back and have me do things with them. I've been exposing myself. That sounded weird. I've been trying to integrate myself into AA again and get on board with that and get things going on it. I'm super eager. I'm not nervous because I know I'm just not going to drink. Like, it doesn't work like that. And as long as I'm clear-headed without a drink in me, I can make that choice. I'm reading another book called Healing the Addicted Mind, and it says anywhere in there that it can take 4 to 2 years for your brain to start to heal itself based off your level of consumption and how long you consumed. Well, we are at the 2-year mark. Even with those relapses and everything, I still have a better view on things. Things aren't so warped. I'm not really that sad anymore. I'm starting to get over it. And pick up the pieces and start to have a wonderful life. I can't wait to, really kind of dig into this and get things going. So, we'll see you guys in a bit. Boy, howdy. It has, it's been rough. you know, kind of when it rains, it pours type of thing. You know, it's a bunch of stuff that I expected to happen. I just didn't expect it all to be at once, you know? My job, I lost it because I was a dumbass. And, yeah, we're not getting into that. But, they were able to bring me on as like an admin or a clerk, which that's good, and that starts once again a month out on it. You know, I think there for a bit I was still kind of holding out hope that the me and the ex would kind of resolve things in some form or fashion. I really don't. I don't feel like it. I don't know. It just feels like it was abrupt to me with how everything went. And I feel like she was very easy to move on for her, but you know, here it is 3 months later, and I still have these like lingering hopes every once in a while, and it's frustrating because, you know, I know on paper it's not a good fit. But anyway, I guess that's part of the selfishness in me, is even though it's not a good fit, it's a fit, and I'll take a fit over no fit. And that's really frustrating to logically be able to see that and not be able to do anything about it. Anyways, I guess my SD card is full, so I'm going to go dump the stuff.
Spooky!
See Home Club pretty jet. What if you could shop for a car in Amazon, just like everything else? Well, now you can. Introducing Amazon Autos. We make it easy to browse.
Would Thursday be better? Okay. We can always wait till next. It's just squad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dice.
Mine.
I should have a D20 somewhere.
The wind blows, the dust comes off.
And I go for my last attack.
Your shit in here in a second.
Total. Yeah, he's dead.
How much defense?
Well, at least he took high ground. I didn't kill a single one of your fucking dudes because I can't roll.
Oh yeah.
I don't like what it means for me.
Top of the round, sir.
You can spread it the width of your view. So you can do whatever. They would overlap, but yeah, you can drop the napalm straight up.
Missile. That thing. Shield. Guns.
for every kind of Mother's Day. Whether that's a massage gun for an at-home spa day, or new shoes for her favorite salsa class. Or gifts like a biker helmet to unleash her inner daredevil. From hot stones to helmets, shop everything for Mother's Day on Amazon.
Not really that good.